Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Rodx Lap Attack. Here we're going to be testing out the C6 Corvette, the 2009 ZR1. So we'll be going to Brand Central. Thankfully, this is also part of a menu book that is required at the cafe. So once I buy this car, I will get a 5-star roulette ticket. Hopefully I can get my money back. Here it is, $120,000. I just want to take a look at all these colors before I actually make my decision. I mean, I'm still going to go for blue. I like the way it looked, but seeing all these different colors here, man, it would be nice to see more orange cars. I mean, pretty much the only exception are either Japanese cars like the Prius or Honda Fit, some Jeeps here and there, and maybe a few Nissans. That's pretty much all I've noticed. Red's not too bad. Victory Red. That's actually the same shade of red as my Cruise. But again, we're going for Jetstream Blue. Just like the C3, this is my favorite color here for the C6. It just looks really beautiful. Alright, let's buy this thing, get our ticket, hopefully get our money back, and then we can make those upgrades. I forgot you level up whenever you buy a car. I'm really excited to test out the that version of the C7 you see right there, as well as the C8. They'll be coming up soon. We just got to do the normal C7 first from 2014, and then move on to those final two Corvettes. And that'll be it. Our celebration of our 70th anniversary celebration of the Corvette will be over. I also like, too, how you have certain moments when you do finish a menu book. You always have this one guy talk to you. Let's get our ticket. There he is. There's Luca. You've got all 3 cars. This completes your Corvette collection. Once you've collected your present, I've got some stories to tell you about these cars. Let's listen to the story first. I mean, it's probably going to make us do that first. That's a really nice picture. Oh, that's right. I already got the C7 for free. I can't believe I forgot about that. But let's listen to what Luca has to say. Well, I'd say this collection brings together some of the greatest works in Corvette history. Well, I would have preferred seeing the C3, but go on. You've got a 2nd generation C2 that was the first Corvette to carry the Stingray name. You also have a 6th gen C6, known for its swoopy body and improved handling. Swoopy. That's an interesting name. That's an interesting way to describe a car. I like that word, though. And finally, you've got a 7th gen C7, which debuted in 2013 to mark the model's 60th anniversary. A marvelous collection indeed. As everybody knows, the 1st generation C1 of 1953 was the brainchild of Harley Earl, a famous car designer and brilliant engineer. I think I remember Harley Earl. I heard his name once in a Pentrix video called the Union Pacific Streamliner Collection. He was responsible for helping the Union Pacific, as well as a few other railroads, with some of their streamlined trains. Really excellent guy. Keen to produce the first mass-produced sports car in the US, he poured everything into designing the Vette. Even after its release, he pushed the C1 to greater heights, with regular updates to its design and engine. In fact, the Corvette's signature V8 engine and FR layout date all the way back to this model. It was followed by the C2 in 1963, called the Stingray, which represented a big departure from the original model. Integral to the C2's new appearance was a concept car by Earl's protege, Bill Mitchell. This concept vehicle was called the Corvette Stingray Racer. Fitted to the race car chassis of the Corvette SS, a 1st generation... Hang on, before he continues, I just noticed there are actually lights behind the grille. That's beautiful. I like that. Its body was purposefully built by Mitchell for competition. The Stingray design and name were carried over to the C2. and it subsequently influenced the styling of the future generations of Corvettes, including the C3 in 1968 and the C4 of 1984. Like any great sports car, performance enhancements played a key role in the Corvette's evolution. I still wish you had the C5, but I like everything I've been reading here so far. Take the introduction of a well-balanced rear-mounted transaxle assembly of the 5th generation. Oh, why isn't that here? Or the strong but lightweight chassis of the characterized C6 and C7. The C8, which appeared in 2019, took a radical departure from the norm because of its mid-engine layout. Ford's invention of the assembly line in 1913 made cars a ubiquitous feature of the United States landscape. But it wasn't until 1953 that Chevrolet gave the country its first mass-produced sports car. Since its debut, the Vette has continually evolved and has become a mainstay in the automotive marketplace. It's not surprising that it has consistently been considered America's sports car. Thank you, Luca. That was wonderful. Alright, let's go get our ticket. We already have 639 horsepower, so that's a pretty good start. I might have to do another custom race to regain my financial success, or I don't want to say financial success, but regain some of the money I spent from upgrading the C4. Well, there's a lot of coins. I know if I get one bar, that'll be 100,000, so that'll almost pay off. What's this? Jaguar, alright. I've been meaning to get one of those. I'm not a big fan of some of the VGT cars, because despite having good looks, you would expect them to be very fast, but some of them are not. But I'm excited to try that out later. And we leveled up to 32, so that's good. Oh. Sword and Garage, thank you. Because I seriously need to upgrade this thing. So let's go back. To here. Funny, there's always this one song from Gran Turismo 5 that I want to hear whenever I'm recording, but for some reason it only plays when I'm not recording. But like I said, the fact that we already have high horsepower, that's a pretty good start. Let's focus now on trying to decrease the weight. I mean, I should have enough money to buy everything. If not, then we're screwed. Let's see. We'll probably get over 800. I know we can with the supercharger. Maybe we'll get up to 900. Well, close. Once we buy this. Nope. Almost. There we go. Over 900. If we get it at 1,000, that would be even more impressive. Speaking of trains, since I mentioned Harley Earl also worked on some for General Motors subsidiary Electromotive Division, or EMD for short, it would be amusing if this actually did have 2,000 horsepower, because I've noticed some locomotives, that's the same amount of horsepower I've noticed on certain models like the GP38-2, or no, the GP30 actually has 2,250. But thankfully we were able to get all the upgrades we need, so let's go back to the garage, get the transmission and everything set up, and then we can start our run. car settings. I think 430 should be good, based off of how the upgrades were done with the C2 and C3 Corvettes. Once you get all the upgrades done, and when you get it to like 320 or 330, when it was 270 at first, that's the best you can get. Pretty good 0 to 25 time. Or no, that's quarter mile. They should show the 0 to 60 time. It's probably like 2 or 3 seconds. Everything looks good though. Still can't find any car that requires these titanium connecting rods and pistons. I mentioned that when testing the first C3 Corvette. And they probably already fixed it between then and now. I mean, it's been a long time between the recording of these episodes. I don't know, they'll probably update it. And then a month later I'll upload this and people will be like, what the hell are you talking about? And now we'll do this. We'll try Twilight maybe for the C7. As I said, I usually like to try and have the time as close to what it is right now. Like it's 5:28 and it's not dark out, but it should be in half an hour. That's the interesting thing about January and February. You expect the days to continue being short, but that's actually when they start getting longer. Because once winter starts, the days get longer again. Right, so we need to beat a time of 4:52. I think that shouldn't be a difficult task for this car. That engine sounds beautiful. Yep. We're going to get the fastest time, alright. Makes me wonder with the C7 and C8 Corvettes, how many upgrades can I do with that to beat the ZR1 if possible? Well, that's nice. I like seeing how all those headlights turned off. They turn on automatically once you go through the tunnel on this map. But of course, when you come out of the tunnel, the lights turn off by themselves. However, if you want to switch between high beams and low beams, that's still manual. You need to hit a button on your controller to do that. There's still a sound that pops up for a little bit whenever I switch from this camera to that camera. I apologize in advance if this gives you a seizure. I just love doing that. I don't know why. .262. I don't even think the Roblox Camaro could go that fast. Highest speed I remember doing that in Gran Turismo Sport was like 252 or 3. 253 miles an hour. As you can see here, we're doing 259. I'm just trying to keep it as straight as possible right now. Might have heard my hand hit the microphone just now. I apologize for that. I just had to scratch my nose. I probably shouldn't say this, but I still pick it sometimes. I mean, I won't do it in front of another person, obviously, but usually when I'm by myself. Then I wash my hands afterwards. Some airplanes. I bet you with this car's, the paint name of Jetstream Blue, there's probably at least one pilot out there that drives a car just like this. Unless you're a Quagmire from Family Guy, you'd be driving a 57 Bel Air. Pretty common cars for a classic. I remember a couple of years ago, when I was still working at Wawa, I saw a guy who's also named Sean, believe it or not. He had a black 57. Could have been a four-door, I don't remember. But the interior was orange, and I thought that was pretty cool. I've never seen that. Usually it's like red. But then a couple days later, I go to Tamaqua in Pennsylvania to check out Reading and Northern 425 during Summerfest. While I'm waiting, I check out these classic cars, and next thing I know, I find a green Bel Air, also 57. There was a 56 station wagon, red and white. You can find all those pictures on my DeviantArt account. I'll actually put a link to the green 57 in the description below. I don't think I got a picture of the other Bel Air I was mentioning with the orange interior. I'm more of a bigger fan of the 55s or 56s. I mean, I know 57s look nice and they're really popular, but sometimes popular isn't always the best. Like, you don't always have to follow what everyone else likes. I remember one guy I even met who said he didn't like Corvettes, which really caught me off guard. Alright, our inaugural run of the 2009 ZR1 is done. Our fastest lap time on the board is now 4:24.004. Almost 30 seconds faster than the 1989 ZR1. I don't know if the C7 is going to be going faster, because I think I remember in Sport, the top speed was like 240. I know it was slower than the Roblox Camaro, and as I said, that car's top speed was less than this car. We'll just have to wait and see. Maybe with the new system of buying upgrades, they might have changed it to make the C7 more powerful than the way it was in Sport. Thank you guys for watching, and hopefully I'll see you in the next episode.